Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will present for my group 7 for full body sanitizer for the engineering analysis. First, the introduction. This semester required all of students to fulfill the subject course to build the project that following the theme. The project for sure that to improve our credibility and knowledge to generate some ideas in this program. As our group commitment, after done some researching and look some journal, we are suggested to the project which is full body sanitizer. This may look so tough to be completely, meanwhile certain part may be to take as far as important, so that we know generally all of the part are all in considered way. By relating all the concept of engineering analysis toward our project design that will be do for implementation and make it benefit to the consumer and the customer especially. This is all the concept manufacturer can be mentioned through some experimental and analysis on the project. For the second one, I will explain about the overview design configuration. Configuration design is a kind of design where fixed to set of predefined component that can be interface connected is predefined way is given. An assembly of components selected from this fix is set so that satisfy as a requirement and obey a set of constraints. The third, the analytical analysis. Every product is designed in a particular way. Product analysis enable us to understand the important material processing, economic and aesthetic decision which are required before any product can be manufactured. An understanding of this decision can help us in this designing and making ourselves. So the component part will be the body frame, thermometer, base holder thermometer, red light LED, press button, nozzle, pneumatic pipe, laser sensor, tank, water pump and connector, also the electrical part. After that, the calculation. So for the general calculation for the project, few parameters are set based on the scope. The maximum size of the body frame are suitable for this project. The base is 1 meter, the length is 2 meter and the height is 2 meter. The calculation of the volume shown below. For the volume, estimation volume of the body frame is volume base time length time height will be 4 meter cube. Beside that, the estimate time taken for the whole operation is 10 seconds. Thus, the flow rate calculated as below. For the flow rate, the formula is volume over time taken, so we will get the answer is 24 GPM. To understand the minimum horsepower of pump, the water horsepower firstly need to be determined and divided by the pump efficiency. So for the water horsepower, the formula will be the total dynamic head times by flow rate times by specific gravity over 3960. So the answer we will get for the horsepower is 0.02 horsepower maximum. So for the pump horsepower, the formula is water horsepower over the pump efficiency. So the answer we will get for the pump horsepower is 0.04 minimum pump horsepower required for 10 seconds. So for the engineering analysis report, finite element FEA, I have decide that for the two section for the analysis. Firstly is about the structure and the second is the flow rate analysis. For the structure, I have used the ANSYS program to run this analysis, and I'll get the equivalent stress. The minimum is 2.3978, then the maximum is 2294.1 PA. For the equivalent elastic strain is 4.0298 and the maximum elastic strain is 2.342 mm. So for the calculation of the body frame that I get for the structure is the load, internal load is height is 2, length is 1.2912, the width is 0.9144 mm. The thickness is 1.27. So the part is a PVC, so the maximum load is 2 kg. For the external load blower and sensor is 1 kg. So for the free body diagram, I get the M equal to 0.2 kg plus 2 kg, equal 2.2 kg. So the weight I get is 29.43 kilonewton. So for the stress for the structure, I get F over A, the formula, that will be 29.43 over 1.8288. So the answer for the stress is 16.09 MPa. Then the last but not least, the important part is a safety factor. So the safety factor formula that I get is 52 MPa over 16.09 MPa, and the safety factor that I get is 3.23. So that will be a safety factor for a structure.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okey, pada ini saya akan terangkan pasal flow rate analysis, di mana kami kira tekanan air pada bahan. Okey, pertama di sini ada tijuan pipe. Okey, tijuan pipe ni tujuan dia untuk penyambungan. Okey, bila mesh dia tu, mesh dia kita dapat daripada simulation 0.116.18 kg, volume dia 1.495, density 7800 kg per meter cube. Okey, weight dia 1.14285. Okey, next ni dia punya tekanan. Bila tekanan dia akan keluarkan, okey, ni stress dia ni. Okey, kat sini kami guna Von-Mises stress. Okey, kat sini dia punya minimum boleh dapat 0, maksimum dia 1628E hingga 07 mm. Okey, pada tekanan yang ada tu, air akan lalu tu, benda tu akan jadi hijau. So kat dalam tu dia akan sejuk. So tiada masalah untuk tekanan. Okey, tapi pada factor of safety dia amat merah. So kat sini factor of safety kami boleh anggarkan pipe ni mungkin perlukan perubahan daripada segi material. So penambahbaikan mungkin diperlukan. Okey, nozzle. Pada nozzle ni kami mesh dia kami dapat 0.0552 kg. Volume dia 6.9 meter cube. Density dia 8 kg per meter cube. Weight dia 0.054. Okey, bawah pula untuk stress dia. Okey, macam biasa dia punya tekanan akan masuk ke nozzle tu. So benda tu akan hijau. Yang pada yang keluaran tu dia akan jadi biru lah. So tiada masalah. Maksimum pun 9.719 hingga 07 mm. Okey, ni untuk factor of safety. Factor of safety ni dia disebabkan tekanan yang tinggi tu. Bila tekanan tinggi, factor of safety dia ni untuk material dia amat sukar, sebab benda ni akan jadikan kurang factor of safety punya untuk input. Okey, ni graf dia. Okey, graf ni pressure versus distance. Okey, pressure dia meningkat pada mula, lepas tu pada akhir tu dia akan berubah. Ni pula untuk dia punya pressure. Okey, pressure dia ni okey, kat sini saya boleh cerita air masuk tu tiada masalah untuk kami punya nozzle, dia akan jadi biru. So untuk pengeluaran air pun tiada masalah. So barang kami mungkin tidak akan rosak dan tahan lama lah. Okey, graph of velocity versus distance. Ni graph velocity versus distance. Okey, graf dia boleh tengok kat sini 0.015 untuk distance tu. Velocity dia amat tinggi. So boleh mencecah paling tinggi pun 9000. So pada awal hingga 0.015 tu graf dia amat datar. So untuk tu dia tak adalah mengganggu sampailah benda tu running. So yang ni untuk velocity-nya ni pada pipe fluid flow. So biru juga, tak ada masalah pun. Okey, Bernoulli equation. Okey, Bernoulli equation ni kami ambil disebabkan satu motor. Motor tu belakang tu 10 mm. So pengeluaran dia 6 mm. Kami nak tahu 10 mm ni bila keluarkan 6 mm berapa pressure dia. Sebab 10 mm ni kita orang dah tahu dah pressure dia. So P1 ni P1 ni kita orang dah tahu. So nak cari, okey, dia punya formula P1 tambah rho GH Rho tu density air. Okay, lepas tu gravity dengan height. Lepas tu tambah 1/2 rho V1 squared. Lepas tu P2 rho GH squared. Lepas tu 2 tambah 1/2 rho V squared. Rho V squared untuk 2. Okay, ni formula dia lah. Kami susun satu demi satu. So, untuk dapatkan pressure. Okay, pressure tekanan. Okay, sekarang ni kita nak tahu pressure untuk 6 mm. So, kita kena cari area dulu. Area 2, maknanya area pada 10 mm bersamaan dengan A1 darab dengan P1 over P2. Okay, P1 pressure dia 10 square over 6 square. So, 2.78 A1. So, kat sini V1 over V2, A2 over A1, V2 2.78 over 1. So, kat situ kita dah boleh tahu lah dia punya untuk A2. So, kat P1 ni, okay, P1 ni 10.9 atm atmospheric pressure. Okay, atmospheric pressure ni sebab mana P2 punya atmospheric pressure tambah dengan 1/2 square darab dengan density air 1000. Lepas tu darab lagi dengan 1 tolak dengan 4. So kat sini 1 tolak dengan 4 ni bila dia punya ni lah, kira macam velocity dia. Okay, lepas tu bila tambah semua sekali P1 dapat pressure untuk 10.826 atmospheric pressure. Okay, lepas ni saya akan passing kepada kawan saya Muhammad Nazmi untuk terangkan pasal project management and finance.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my lecturer, good evening. I'm Najmi, and I will be explain about the project management and finance. Okay, for the first is overview project management and finance. Okay, this project financial management is a method that combines project preparation, budgeting, accounting, financial statement, internal control, and physical performance. Because in order to effectively manage project resources and achieve the project's goal. Okay, we go to the related to manufacturing. Okay, this type of raw material that we are measure go through to become a finished product are referred to as a manufacturing step. At the first, we can look to the design for assembly. The design for assembly is a set of guidelines and procedures for creating assemblies with the lowest possible part count, better component geometry for fitting, handling, fitting, and testing. Also, and the lower total assembly cost. For the design of assembly, we have a custom part and the type of assembly. For the first, the body frames is a welding part by part, and then the PIR sensor. It will attach to the body frame. We are using a screw, and then we are looking to the water pump. The type of assembly is it will directly from basement to the ground, and then we are looking to the tank, and tank we supply from pump to flow the hose pipe. Also for the canvas, we are tied it with a cable so it is easier to support it. For the nozzle, it will attach to the hose pump. The fluid flow will shoot through outside, and the hose pipe that it will connect one by one to supply fluid flow. The T-joint pipe will connect to pipe. And then we go to the next part is the cost of analysis. It's just like a model. Okay, this aim of cost analysis is to provide a reliable financial model that can be applied to the production and function of the commodity being manufactured. It also used to forecast how much money the product can make after its release to the general public. For the cost analysis model, we are doing the table. We are creating the table for the 10 parts. For the first is a pump. We are purchasing the pump, and the material is made from steel, and the quantity is 1, and the estimate price per unit that we have bought is 93.66 ringgit Malaysia. And then we have buying pure air tube hose pipe pneumatics. This material is made from polyurethane. That quantity is 10. That estimate price per unit is 21.78 ringgit Malaysia. And then we are looking for the main component is the PIR sensor that we are purchasing. Is made from the Sanyo Genius regulator. The quantity is 2 and the price is 15.46 ringgit Malaysia. And then for the Barmis cooling slip is made from slip lock nozzle. The quantity is 10 and the estimate price 46 ringgit Malaysia. For the PVC pipe, we have a 3 type of PVC pipe, which is PVC pipe half, PVC T half, PVC fitting pipe. All the material is made from PVC and the total is 75 6.40 cents, 28 and 80 cents ringgit Malaysia. For the jumper, we are buying some cable. The diameter is 0.5 millimeter. It's made from copper and the price is 4 ringgit for 10 quantity. And then to both other electronic part and electrical system part, we are buying for 73.20 cents and 71.10 cents ringgit Malaysia. Okay, now we are looking for the project planning. Okay, this section is like a milestone because it's an outline our plan for completing the semester final report projects. For also the projects, the prototype testing is including in this project. This project will be finished this semester. To achieve this target, we stick to the schedule outlined in table 4.3 is a Gantt chart. This time frame is ongoing project under this semester, what we have been through. This is an example of the task name that our group have done so far. Furthermore, each task have a duration time. For the first is milestone for the proposal is proposal accepted. Okay, and then we collect data for project for 1 week, and then we study course of project design for 1 week, and then we are creating a morphological chart of project for 1 week, and then this is last semester, we are creating concept generation of project is 1 week, and then the conceptual design of project is 1 week, project screening and concept scoring is 1 week, the embodiment design is 3 weeks, and the parametric design is 1 week, the ergonomic in product design is 1 week, the detail design is 1 week, and then the submission of this project is on the week 14. Okay. And then for this semester, we are presentation for the projects. Okay, we are doing the verification of the project. We are creating the project. We have to make the project reliable, and then we are make the wiring electrical components, and then fabricate mainframe of the project, and then we are testing the project for 1 week. And then we have to presenting the finite element analysis FEA for 1 week software. Okay, now we are looking for the cost planning model. It's the same like that I was speak out just now. Is the part of project manage this part is a cost analysis model. It's just same for the cost planning model. The price and the quantity and the item of the project. The total overall of the project is, the total cost is a 421.30 cents ringgit Malaysia. Okay, now we are looking for the project budget. This project budget is the last semester where we have to reading back about the budget. The phase condition, we have 4 phase actually. Okay, it's the same. You have to the description of work, to collect data from several people to know the problem that face that we are doing, and we are creating from the Google form. We are taking some information from the article or newspaper to provide a lot of important information that can be used as a reference material. And then for the phase 2, we are thinking an idea to solve the problem statement. Okay, and then we are doing the meeting, we group to discuss and share idea. Then we are concluding with the solution of the problem statement. And then we are making a decision with our member group before drafting is done. And then the draft we are drafting or drawing the project that has been selected for solution of problem statement. And then we are listing all the components that used for the project to easily find the material. In this, we are doing for this semester, we are find the material, the equipment, the electrical component and the electronic component. We are doing to the e-commerce platform. We are buying on the Shopee, and we are looking at the Lazada, we are looking to the Alibaba. Okay, every time. And then we are also looking at the hardware. Okay, we are when we have certain part that they have been bought. Okay, it means that the equipment that we want to use it is over there. It's all over there. Okay, then also we are easier to buy it. And then we are surveying the component and make comparison in terms of cost, and then the quality of product and usability of product. So in the comparison, the term of cost,
Actually, we are looking and we are buying the component in a cheap price, okay, just a reasonable price. It's not to be more high price. It's just for valuable things, equipment we have to use, okay. And then we are buying the product before we are proceed to the next stage that I make the product, okay. Before we have to make the product, we have to thinking all the things, okay. We are referring back to our report and how we want to be to look at analysis what we want to do. Okay, for the phase 4, this is really the place to make the project. Okay, make sure all work to are complete for starting project. This all phase 4 we are doing to at the workshop. Okay, we are crafting, we are doing the fabricating on at the workshop, faculty of mechanical engineering. We are starting with the project and make a finisher for the project as a complete project. For the lastly, for the phase 5, we are testing the project to ensure the project is in good condition to achieve that the goal we setting from phase 1. Okay, and then we are making some maintenance to the project if have anything problem. Okay, so these are the general things we have to be done before we start the project. We are starting the project. Other than that, you have to look around that the project is better and in a good condition.
Okay, lastly, for breakdown structure, we have divide our group member into few position, which is Muhammad Tamizi will be the project leader, Muhammad Nazmi will senior financial project, myself will be the senior management project, and R Afraf will be the senior maintenance project. And for our monitoring and evaluation, which we have three from the objective, which is to achieve the objective of the project to minimize the spread. Second is to minimize the manpower deployed by premise, and third is by using some tool related to self-study along for requirement for new critical machine to adapt. So for our flow chart of monitoring and evaluation, okay, firstly is project development, and you collect the data and screening, and then you plan for the project and design. After that, you will prepare a report and submission of proposal. If the proposal is rejected, repeat repeat the step from planning and design. It is approved, so the project is started, and the project start to, and then you start to do tests and present the project. For objective 3, which is from design for last semester, so for full body we have divided into 3 category, which is cost, time and quality. For cost, we have divided to 2, which is material cost and maintenance, and for time it is for time taken to operate. And for quality, we have divided into 6 parts, which is pump generator, sensor detection, thermometer checker, sprinkler nozzle, water flow, and electrical wiring. And for existing project in market, there are quite few, so we brainstorm and come up with a few new idea, which is our new project now. And for the future work, as you see, COVID-19 is now a world pandemic and is still currently the most still currently the most high case during this year 2021. So we build this project, and we build this project to lower the spread. As for sanitizing, for hand sanitizer is less efficiency than full body. And for lastly, for the conclusion,
Uh, there are many challenging parts to sketch down the detailed design and settle down the analysis for part of the component to do the conceptual design to show every part is completely authorized for the next lesson process. Our project our project that aiming to prevent this virus from spread so that we choose this portable full body sanitizer as our depend project until we are collaborating on the next semester. Thank you.